Up, here at Brain Foreplay on Mental Monday.
Welcome everyone to Brain Foreplay, where you get your checkup from the neck up on Mental Mondays and Wellness Wednesdays. So today I'm going to come at you with a little nugget of external validation in our society. In our society, oftentimes we don't find a career that's fulfilling. In fact, statistically speaking, 98% of us are not in our calling. There's 3 levels of occupation. There's job, career, and calling. And when you think about a calling, that's when your KSAs are perfectly matched with what you do. KSAs, knowledge, skills, and abilities. When your knowledge, skills, and abilities are perfectly matched with what you do every day for a living, that's your calling. Well, statistically speaking, less than 2% of people in the United States are in their calling. So we ask the question, why? Why are so few in their calling? The number one answer given is they cannot make enough money to support their lifestyle. Which takes me to my next topic is, what's your lifestyle? How do you have to live that you have to make a certain amount of money to sacrifice what you want to do for a living? You know, in our society, we're so immersed in being validated by others, by awards, by status. It's called external validation. And the more external validation we seek in our society, the more we really kind of plug into this capitalist society that we live in here in the United States. You know, you often hear people say, oh, we live in the greatest country in the world, but we lead the free world in violent crime. I'm not sure how you can call this the greatest country in the world. What I will say, there's opportunity here. There is opportunity here in the United States to really do what you want in that calling. But you have to seek it out. And you have to, again, match your KSAs with what you do for a living. And then once you're in your calling, then you're not driven by money. You're just driven by the love and the passion of what you do. When I first started, studying psychology, and even when I got my PhD, I never once thought about money. Like, I'm going to make a lot of money as a psychologist, because generally speaking, you can't. But when you love what you do, it's amazing how the society and the world opens up with opportunities. And I've been blessed with opportunities beyond being a college professor and starting my own practice and working in the NFL and Major League Baseball and the NBA, and so many other opportunities that continue to present themselves to me to this day, because I love what I do. So when we can learn to pursue our calling at the sacrifice of external validation, because as long as we're going to need to be validated by the world out there, we're never going to fit into our calling. We just really won't. You have to love yourself, people. You've heard it said before. The most important relationship you'll ever have in our society today is with yourself. How do you treat yourself? How do you talk to yourself? How do you use self-talk when no one else is around? How much do you expect out of yourself every day in that relationship with yourself? And when you are able to minimize that external validation and really just seek a life that's all yours, because many of us live a life that's not ours. It's what our parents expected of us. A coach, a teacher, somebody that told us to go into an industry because there was a lot of jobs in that industry. I don't care if there's one job in the industry you go for. If you love it and you're passionate, you'll get that job. So people, I'm going to finish it by saying, let me tell you something. External validation is not where it's at. It's a great relationship with yourself, loving yourself, being kind to yourself, talking kind to yourself. And then you'll come upon what we call intrinsic motivation. It's internal, and it's motivated by what you want, what you love. And when you reach that level of understanding, you're free. You have freedom. You have freedom to wear what you want, act like you want, talk like you want, be the person you want to be. Trust yourself, people. The answer's not out there. It's not out there in the world. It's not in money and degrees and power and influence. It's inside. It's inside of you every day, and it's right there for your taking if you'll just trust the process. You listen to Dr. Rick Perea, PhD in psychology, where you get your checkup from the neck up on Mental Mondays and Wellness Wednesdays. I love you, and I'll see you soon.
Don't forget to join us next week. Same place, same time. To get your checkup from the neck up, fortified by foreplay. That's